the end of another week. Anyone feeling like this right here? Yeah, like you've been staring at a computer or a screen all week long? Taking care of your eyes is especially important in this day and age filled with all kinds of screen time. Dr. Rachel Rubel is here with us to answer your eye health related questions. Here's how you get your question to the expert today. You text us that question, 336-379-5775. All right, Dr. Rubel, thank you, of course, for being with us and for answering all of our questions. We're going to start with Halloween because a lot of folks with their costumes, they like to get those colored contacts. So tell me about the colored contacts, and do we need to be wary of them? Are there any of them that are safe?
Yeah, great question. We're seeing this in a lot of clinics right now as people prepare their Halloween costumes. And colored contacts can be safe if purchased from your local eye doctor. And what I mean by that, contact lenses are completely different. You can get the decorative contacts from a flea market, a local beauty parlor, and actually we don't know where they're made, and it can put you at risk for infection, inflammation, and lead to blindness, because all of our eyes, they're different from one another. They're different shapes, they're different sizes, and your local eye doctor will measure the size, shape of your cornea and make sure it's a proper fit, that you're a good candidate for contacts, so oxygen's getting through to not put you at risk for losing your vision.
Okay, so don't be buying
them in our offices.
Don't be buying those ones that are off the internet.
No.
Okay, all right. What about makeup and dry eye? And also talk about dry eye, how dry eye is not always dry eye. Sometimes it's drippy eye, because I know I have it.
You got it. That's exactly right. I think most of my patients today were dry eye patients. So one of the things we see are blocked oil glands. Right along the lash line, there's about 28 to 30 meibomian glands along your lash line there, and they can get blocked up by our makeup. One of the things I always ask is, are you using like makeup removers that are oil-based, or lotions or eye creams around your eyes that can clog those oil glands? And what happens, that affects our tear quality. So we don't have good tears on our eyes. It causes dryness, irritation, redness, grittiness. And it can lead to actually more watering, because it's a reflex that we're having these bad tears in our eyes trying to rehydrate the eyes. So if patients feel, oh, my eyes run water all the time, it may not be those good tears hydrating the eyes. Those oil glands could be blocked up.
So the baby oil that I'm using to take off all of the stuff is not what I should be using.
Exactly, that's a big no-no. Baby oils, coconut oils, I say get rid of those. Find something non-oil based that's less harmful to those oil glands, so you have good tears after you clean your makeup off.
Okay. It's tough when you find out that you've been adding to it. Okay, so let's talk about itchy eyes and pink eye and allergies, and how are they related or not related, and what we need to do about them.
Yeah, we're coming into, seasons are changing right now, and patients are coming in with the red eyes, irritated, discharge, and they're going, I think I have pink eye. Well, it could be maybe a pink eye, which could be bacterial, fungal, viral, or it could be allergies. So the big difference is allergies, patients tend to have more itchiness. They want to rub those eyes. Where pink eye, or maybe bacteria or fungal, you'll have more redness of the eye with the ropey, thick discharge, that crusted shut in the morning, yellow mattering of the eye. You really want to know which one you have. I really recommend seeing your local eye doctor to determine which one it is, because the treatment plans are completely different.
Okay, and when it comes to like the allergies, that's not something that somebody else can get, but if it is pink eye, that is something that somebody else can get.
It can be very, very contagious. We've seen it run through daycare facilities, schools. It can be very contagious with kids. So definitely recommend getting it treated properly and not using, we see a lot of over-the-counter products, and it continuously occurs, spreads from family member to family member.
Okay.
So washing the hands properly, cleaning towels, bed sheets, we always recommend that.
All right. This next question deals with 23andMe. So lots of people have been doing this over the last couple of years or so. And this question is, if they did 23andMe and it showed that they had a genetic risk for macular degeneration, what should they do about that?
Oh yeah, good question. We see a lot of patients come in and they hand us the sheet going, you're at risk. Well, the risk factors, first of all, macular degeneration is when it can cause a deterioration of the pigment in the back of the eye. and it affects your center vision. You can lose your central vision. And risk factors are Caucasians, tends to be a little bit more female, light sensitive, around smoke. That's a big one. Genetic component, of course. So we always recommend, avoid being around smoke, eat healthy, green leafy vegetables, dark green leafy vegetables like spinach, broccoli, kale, collard greens. Avoid the sun, wear a hat, wear good wraparound polarized sunglasses. Make sure you're getting your regular eye exam, eating healthy, and maintaining your blood pressure as well is really important.
You would never even think that spinach was good for our eyes because we always heard it was carrots. Are carrots good for our eyes?
Carrots are good for your eyes, but what they're finding, especially with macular degeneration, is high amounts of lutein and zeaxanthin are proven to slow down your changes or risk factors for macular degeneration. And that's found in our dark green leafy vegetables like spinach.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So this person is asking about allergies. They say, do seasonal allergies cause dry eyes or your eyes feeling dirty?
They can. So what happens, when we're outside, there's high ragweed, hay fever counts right now. So our eyes, we get these in the eyes, and it causes little bumps underneath our eyelids that release histamine into the eye. Histamine can cause a lot of itching. You want to rub those eyes. Well, as you're rubbing those eyes and as that histamine's in the eyes, it can cause your tear film to dry out. So not only can you be itching, but it can feel dry as well. So it can go hand in hand.
Okay, we've got a whole bunch of questions here. We're going to kind of table them for right now because we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to be right back with your text questions. You can continue to text your questions 336-379-5775.